We finally got it. With long-awaited anticipation, we finally got it. The infamous knock on the door. I've heard about it through various YouTube videos and, studying about the RV camper lifestyle, and this movement that's going on in America today. Minimizing people minimizing their lives to live in smaller spaces, save on money, getting out of the rat race. We're known as the Purple Camper people. We are full-time American missionaries to those who are unhoused. So we use our ministry camper as a home on the road, as well as a vessel to be able to minister to God's people who are unhoused and in need of a hot meal and the love of Jesus Christ. And so last night, we've been parking in the same spot. We're actually currently out here in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and we've been parking out at the same spot now for a little bit more than a week, maybe a week and a half, close to 2 weeks, something like that. And we were referred to go to this spot, and up until last night, there was no problems. It is the off season. This is high tourist area, so they're very strict on parking. But last night we got the knock. No sooner as I just got into bed. And we were nice and cozy and warm in our purple camper. Here comes the knock on the door. Police, open the door. And I'm like, oh boy, here it goes. I've heard about this. This is either going to go sideways or it's going to go really, really well. So there I am. I was like, look, if you get that knock on the door and you're in bed, just don't even worry about getting dressed, okay? If you're naked, get dressed. But I was actually in long johns, so there I was standing up at the camper door. I'm in my long johns, and I don't even have my knee brace on. I'm parked, with my handicap placard in the handicap spot, and we've taken up about, 3-4 spaces? We got about 3-4 spaces, because it's about 27, 30-foot rig altogether with the truck and camper. So, so I don't know if I made the officers feel awkward. I know I was awkward. Of course, I was half dead to the world. I just had fallen asleep and I had woke up. They said, technically we can give you a ticket, but, they asked me, so what are you doing here? I told them, I said, well, work with some ministries back home, and we're out here doing missionary work. And so they were really nice. I think if I could give any input on, that knock on the door, is be nice, be cordial. They're just checking up on you. They're just doing a job. They're not there to be a pain in the butt to you. They've just got rules and regulations and laws they got to abide by, and it's their job to enforce those laws. I mean, that's why they're law enforcement officers. So overall, it was a good experience. We were kind of dreading it because we knew from watching videos through YouTube and such that, eventually we were going to get that, infamous knock on the door, whether some people get it 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, they're asked to leave, and that's kind of hard if you've traveled all day from, one city to another city and you're dead-faced tired, and it's like, do you really want me to move it, or do you want me to kind of just stay here and catch up on my rest, and when it's safe to move it, so I don't cause an accident, because you're operating a rig. I mean, you're practically moving like a tractor-trailer driver. Even they've got to pull over and rest, right? So, but that was just our experience, and I'm sure it probably could have been different if it had been somebody else, but, they asked me for my ID, I gave them my ID, and it was kind of funny. I don't know if it was the fact of me standing there with the door open and it's cold outside along the beach side, and I'm in my long johns, just not worried about it at all, and think I made them feel awkward. They didn't even run my ID. I'm like, yeah, he's good, just let him shut the door. And they said, just don't park here tomorrow night, you're fine for the night, we're not going to make you take your jacks up. So they were really, really nice. So mad kudos to the Virginia Beach PD department for being so nice, for being so professional. And thank you again, thank you for your service, whenever you have this encounter, with law enforcement, and they're asking you, why are you parked in this specific location? Be nice, be cordial, and thank them for their service. Remember, law enforcement officers are putting their lives on the line every single day to keep people like you and me safe on the road. So I'm really thankful for the experience that we had. So if you like our channel, we're going to be doing more about the RV camper lifestyle, kind of what we do with ours as a ministry, taking on board the rig, yada yada, so forth. And you can stay along with our journey because we're going to be crisscrossing the country, ministering to God's people. So if you like what you hear or you've learned something new, go ahead and click subscribe and stay in tune with us here at the Purple Camper. Later.